Hi, dear students. Today, our first lecture for Management of a Specialized Corporation. This syllabus is explained according to the type of corporation. For example, we can explain the syllabus for hotel, for banks, for industrial organizations. Our syllabus mainly will be explained on um, industrial corporations. As we said, that we will manage specialized corporations or industrial corporations. The syllabus for specialized corporation or industrial corporations will be as follows along our term. Number one, managing industrial corporation. This chapter will be discussed today, inshallah. Process design. Along this chapter, we'll talk about the process design steps, the difference between tangible and intangible products, or by another explanation, the difference between goods and services, different types of manufacturing process, and different types for service process. We will learn also the steps for process design, which include idea development, product screening, um, primary design and test, final design, and go on. Chapter 3 will talk about basics of innovation, and we will learn the difference between innovation and creativity, which is very important topic for nowadays. Also, we will learn about innovation process and importance of innovation. Also, we will have the different types of innovation, as you can distinguish or determine different types for innovation easily. Steps of innovation and how you can apply any innovative idea inside your organization. Three, the most important one is managing quality. We will learn about quality, the concept of quality, the history of quality, different scientists' overview about quality, the most important and most famous scientist Deming and his 14 points about quality, total quality management, quality assurance, quality control, what's meant by quality circle, and how we can apply brainstorming and quality circle for brainstorming and solving problems. All of these concepts will be studied, inshallah, at chapter of managing quality. Chapter 5 will learn more and more about lean system. Lean system is a new and important concept inside any industrial organization, especially the multinational organizations, will have very good and excellent idea about lean in our chapter, inshallah. We know about different kind of waste, what's meant by waste. Um, Also, we learn about how to apply a lean system, what's the meaning of lean, the history of lean, the difference between lean and just in time. All of these topics will be studied, inshallah. Chapter 6, we will talk about sustainability in industrial corporations, which is very trending concept nowadays. It's important to know the meaning of sustainability, how to apply sustainability or sustainable operations inside your organization. Um, Very, very interesting one. Finally, uh, different challenges that you'll face as a operation manager inside industrial corporation, which can be globalization challenge, environmental challenge, social challenge, all of these challenges, inshallah, we will know and study and how to face these challenges and make decision according to these challenges. Now we'll go to start our chapter one, which talks about managing industrial organization. First of all, we must define and understand industrial management. Industrial management is defined as the performance of the task of designing, predicting the results of providing the resources for, and controlling an integrated human group activity, the related physical facilities, and the interrelationships between these two when the activity concerns the creation and distribution of goods to meet an organizational objective. When you study or you want to know about any definition inside any syllabus, learn that there are many keywords inside your definition. The main keywords for industrial management definition is performance of design and predict. Performance of designing and predict and control. Mainly, he concerned with the function of designing, the activity of predicting, the activity of controlling. For whom? For human group activity. Human group activity, or by other way, the labor activity, the labor performance. This performance of labor or human group is connected with the physical facilities such as machine, technology, automation. So you concern with designing, predicting, and controlling activities along human group activity that related or when this human group activity or performance is connected with the physical facilities such as machine. For what? For creation. Creation here is the production process or operation process of producing goods. Not also to produce or create goods. Also, you are concerned with the distribution one, which is connected to what's called supply chain. Here, distribution mainly going to supply chain to meet an organizational objective. Any objective or the master objective is to maximize your profit, to survive. I hope that this definition is clear for you. Second topic in this chapter is barriers facing industrial enterprises. First barrier is irrational wage system and structure not mutually acceptable. Irrational wage is a connection or relationship between the producer or the owner and the employees. The employer see that this wage is rational, um, enough for the effort of all of his employees, while employee see that his effort can be affordable, can be paid more than what he take. So there is an agreement between the employer and employee, the owner and employee, the producer and the employee. This will be going to HR as the wage system or structure of wages and payment planning is one of the basic functions or roles of HR. Secondly, poor working environment, low presence of safety, hygiene, condition. Now we live in COVID era. We talk about the importance of hygiene condition. Say you go to a place to work and there is no hygienic condition for or suitable for COVID. You don't have any hygienic gel. You don't have any safety suits. You don't have any safety equipment, masks. All of these will you are exposed for what's called COVID infection. This is a clear example and explanation for this point. Poor human relations and lack of dexterity or dexterity is found in the part of management personnel. This point is the poor human relationship or what's called the personnel behavior and the personnel relationship between the manager and the subordinate. For example, if your manager loading you with many tasks more than what is agreed in your agreement or in your uh, specification of your work or job, will not be acceptable human or personnel relationship. That's number one. Number two, we talk about the work emotional or mutual emotional or social emotional relationship between you and the manager, by meaning that I will treat you as a subordinate in bad way while your colleague will be treated in a good way, which is without any concept, without any standards, without any bad performance from you. So the difference in treatment between you and your colleague, I'll treat him more and more um, uh, good way in a good way because he is very close to me, because he say good words to me, because he giving gifts to me, is uh, unacceptable moral inside organization and unacceptable human relations between the manager and subordinate. I hope it's clear idea for you or got this idea. Introduction of new technology or automation, machinization, computerization. This point mainly going to training, continual training, continual human development, continual learning, the talent management inside organization. If I decided to increase automation because of COVID circumstances and put the percent of usage for automation inside organization higher than what is hired from labor, this called an automation trend. An automation trend. I'll clarify this idea. I replace labor with machine. I replace labor with more computerized technology. So the existing labor must be trained on this new technology or in this on this new automation way. Unequal workloads and responsibilities. For example, you are an employee, very hardworking. I'll give you 10 tasks a day. While your colleagues, the same degree, the same wage, the same working hours, I'll give him only 2 tasks, which is called unequal workload. Other topic we'll discuss today, success factors for managing industrial relations. Number one, trade union. Trade union, uh, for example, in Arabic to be understood by you, what's called نقابة الغزل والنسيج. This is the translation or one of the examples of trade union. If you, as an employer or owner of an industrial organization, has an excellent relationship with trade union, you put a safety and insurance and legal conditions and agreements between you and trade unions to save the rights of your labor, so you will have a success factor and good uh, strength point inside your organization. Employers should have more transparency. Transparency is equivalent to the diffusion of information. Again, transparency is equivalent to diffusion of information. To be more transparent, to be more informed, as employer, be transparent, you give more and more information, you make a declaration to all your employees about your decisions on time. This give a trustfulness relationship between you and your employees. They should have open-minded and flexible. They refers to the employers. The employers should have open-minded to accept any criticism, to accept, to have new ideas from your workers or and employees from your subordinates, to accept, to share decision making with your employees and subordinates. This called open-minded and flexible, flexible diagram, flexible management diagram here going to the organizational chart to be flexible so it's become more smoothing at diffusion of information and task and performance. Going back to organizational theory syllabus that you studied before, you have the shapes of organizational chart that it's flat, it's more flexible, it's tall, it's complicated and unflexible one. So we're going to explain flexible here is refers to the flat organizational chart. Workers should be allowed to participate in the management. Again, this point is connected to the previous point that we explained, open-minded and flexible. Flexible organization means a flat organizational chart which allow to have or to participate in decision making and in management and to share and to transfer some of your responsibilities as a manager to your subordinates. Proper leadership and communication. You must be a democratic leadership as a style from leadership and communication inside your organization to be strong and easily. Enforcement of discipline. Here, discipline going to control. You have a control. Control here, not to put more restrictions, no. You refer to control here as to put some measures to guarantee, to ensure that all activities going according to those measures. There is no any deviation from those measures. Next topic is production system, and it is very famous for you: input, transformation, process, output. But what's new to understand? Um, Below we'll saw what's called continuous. Continuous here is very important to be explained as a connected part to a feedback information. To make it more clear, we have inputs. Inputs consists of men, materials, machines, information, capital. Again, inputs consist of men, material, machines, information, capital, which is used to be entered inside transformation process, which include the product design, process planning, production control, and maintenance. All of those activities will be used and will be implemented to transform inputs into outputs as products or services. To have a successful and to have zero error, please concern with this concept or term, zero error. Zero error means that there is no error inside product or service. You must have three conditions or continuous control on inventory, quality, and cost. Again, inventory, quality, and cost. You must put your inventory at the, uh, the planned level. For example, you planned to put 700 units inside your store and to market all the other quantity. You found that your inventory contains 800, which is unacceptable. Therefore, the information is very important to be revised more and more as a feedback to see that your inventory level is at the planned ones. Also, quality. Quality, as mentioned, is a term containing many meanings, but the most the most famous meaning for quality, you can replace quality with two terms. Number one, quality means satisfying customer wants and needs. Quality means satisfying customer wants and needs and to keep or got customer expectation. The other meaning or trend or term is quality means to be a technical specification for product or service. If we have a problem, for example, with product like a car, you find from your marketing research that the most um, trending color for cars is black. So most of your production of cars will with a colored black and will be found in market. Unfortunately, you found that your production manager decided to put the color of cars as red. So you will have a feedback information from your market that your production from cars is unaccepted and unsold and will be calling back to the factory. It is the simplest explanation. Here's the color of the car. Number one, not acceptable to the customer, which means not acceptable or satisfying the customer wants and needs, and not acceptable to its expectation. Finally, cost. Cost is previously planned before your production. You put cost planning and cost level before your production, say 1 million. After production, we found that actual cost is 1,500,000. So your cost is increased. You are uh, inefficient, inefficient in this way. Finally, our final topic today is objectives of production or industrial management. We have four main objectives. Number one, to be as industrial manager, right quality, right quantity, right time, right manufacturing cost. Right quality, to be a right technical specification, and you can satisfy customer wants and needs easily. Right quantity, to produce according to the right quantity planned to be in the market, the right quantity planned to be distributed. Quantity is very important specifically at lean system. Right time, to deliver the product to the customer on time. On time. Finally, right manufacturing cost, to plan a cost, and the planned cost, as we mentioned, is before your production. So you must have a planned cost is equivalent to the actual one, or not equivalent, going to be matching each other. The deviation between them, the actual and the planned, must be very low, not high. Um, I hope that this lecture is excited and is very useful for you. Inshallah, next time will be face to face. I'll wait for you. Thank you for your attention.